Time, gimme. Welcome back. Welcome, folks. It's Rickzilla. Punished Rickzilla. And I'm here to cover, of course, the Wern himself. You see, Lucas Werner himself, the man, the myth, the legend, has returned to the Geek Room for another interview. And of course, it went as expected. A train wreck. That's not kind of the reason why I decided to do this stream, this show. You see, all great stories deserve a sequel. But the legendary ones, the ones that touch us in the very sensitive spot, they deserve their own franchise. So we're going to go full MCU on this bitch. Because, again, as I stated before, the Geek Room had a returning guest. And his name was Lucas Werner. You see, there's a lot of crazy shit that Lucas Werner has said on tonight's show, which, well, oh dear Lord. Oh, lordy, Lord. It's a doozy. And first things first, let's get the semantics out of the way. As you can see, this video was made by the most hated enemy of the word, Clickatat, Lucas's current arch nemesis, who has archived some of the videos that Lucas has posted on his Instagram, because that's public. And, well, let's start off with the compilation of the Wern. In case you're wondering why I'm wearing my neck gaiter, my skull neck gaiter, my American skull neck gaiter, it's a character that I've decided to implement called Punish Rickzilla. It's a reference to, well, the Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid. And let's get down to business. We're talking about the Wern. This guy gets paid in sandwiches, folks. And of course, he's probably talking about Drag. You see, Drag hooked Lucas Werner up with a free meal. Then again, most people who learn about the Wern offer him a free meal. I mean, I would too if he was not. I would have offered this guy a free meal if he wasn't such an asshole. But this guy gets paid in sandwiches to shout people out on Cash App. Oh, sorry. I thought, Moon Ranger. Never mind. Yeah. he people again. I think Lola Bohemia. Kudos, props for Lola Bohemia for telling it as it is because, oh boy, Lucas Werner was, oh my god, he was a piece of work on this show. I mean, Lola, I just want to say you are the MVP of this debacle, of this saga of the Wern of the sorry. This is a shout out to Lola Bohemia for basically telling it as it is because, well, Lucas has never seen a woman who can actually, well, be a person because we all know he's not after. Sorry, I just get my words mixed up. Anyway, shout out to Lola Bohemia for poning this specimen of a human being. Ginger. Gotta have some ginger ale. And not ginger ale. Yeah. This is the thing with people who people pay him in free meals, as you can see. And I'm pretty sure most of you on the who are fans of the Geek Room know that Lucas Werner usually gets paid in free meals. He claims he's a successful guy, but dude, compared to Lola Bohemia told it as it is, as I said before. I mean, she has her own business. She has made something of herself. I mean, she's got a kick-ass equipment, just like me. As you can see, I have a new mic stand. And as I said before, I have a new computer. That's basically what we would call in the business, well, leveling up. On my part, yes, because and also Lucas claims to be a comedian. Are you really I have no words for that. I mean, dude, his connection was fucking atrocious. And that was because he was at a bus stop, according to some people. You said that. And we're off to a good start. Good God. Yeah. Yeah. Now I can't. Now I see. Never mind. Well, that's true. You aren't likable. And you're not even funny. You claim to be a comedian. And your jokes are corny as hell. You can't even come up with a proper insult for Billy. That's because they feel sorry for you. They see you're struggling. They see a homeless person and they want to like help out. Either that or they're just trying to make fun of you because, well, you're a joke, Lucas. Admit it. You're a lost cause. I I think he's talking about the aftermath of the Christmas stream on the Geek Room. Yeah, Frank, hook Lucas up with a chick. Yeah, Billy, hook him up with a chick. You too, Bran. I'm just kidding. Don't, don't hook this guy up with any woman. This, he doesn't deserve to have a companion. This is the type of person that views women as objects. Well, he does get paid in sandwiches. I can say that. So we're in Spokane. I would, but uh, you don't respect women. You just want a woman just so that you can get laid. Oh, no, 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 no. Not a woman, a girl. An 18-year-old girl with high telomeres. This is the reason why no one would ever want any. This is the reason why no girl would ever want to go anywhere near you. This is why people are afraid of letting any girl come near you because you are an entitled bastard. A meal. That's of course. You have to get paid in sandwiches. Also, shout out to Clickatat for collecting all these videos. I like to give a shout out to Clickatat for collecting all these videos. I mean, I like to give a shout out to Clickatat for collecting all these videos. You know, fuck you. And these are the Cash App cameos that he's made on his flip phone. I'm assuming he has a flip phone. I'm not judging. I just make actually that's the rumor I made up that he usually records his videos on a flip phone. Can't afford a smartphone or the new shit because he's well a bum, a hobo. He's a loser. I'm Rick Zilla, and this is a message to you. Fuck you. Yeah. Well, hey, Jules, you got your work cut out for you. The next time the Warren ever does attempt to come on the Geek Room, I expect you to pop in and say a few things to Lucas. Yep. Yep. Pretty much. You can't expect. And that's the thing with the Wern and any other incel. Because I could go on and on about how fucking stupid incels are and how dangerous they can be. But I don't think Lucas Werner has the potential of being a threat. I mean, I don't really see Lucas Werner as a threat. I mean, he doesn't even know how to handle the simplest of tasks because, well, let's face it, he's weak-willed. Honestly, I would have loved to have gone into the Geek Room's show, into their chat or into their stream to join in on but I know that Frank wouldn't allow me because, well, I need to focus on myself first. That's why I do these solo streams until I actually have the balls to go full force on. I'm just doing it just so that I get better. And that's the thing. I take criticism. I take criticism to heart. I mean, when I was younger, I would have like taken that as offense, but now I look back on things and I realize, yeah, that's not really right. Yeah, it's not working. So I decided to take criticism. That's why I got me a new computer and a new microphone stand and a new headset. That's called leveling up. That's called improvement. This guy doesn't even know what that is, doesn't even know how to improve, let alone be worthy of money. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Lola, she's a really cool chick. I respect her. She's awesome. And same thing with Fit and Curvy. I mean, these Fit and Curvy and Lola Bohemia were the two women that basically pwned Lucas Werner for the right reasons. Because look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Aside from looking like Frank, this guy is basically the bizarro Frank, the Frank that's not successful. Yep. This is the same guy who, by the way, this is the same guy who licked deodorant. Why? I don't know. And yeah, the Mr. Nice Guy act didn't work out well for him. I mean, dude, buying like chocolates for women, 18-year-old women. Are you that idiotic? No one can hear what he's saying. That's the thing about the Wern is that no one can even understand what a single thing he said because it's just incoherent sentences. It's nothing sounds too provocative. Nothing sounds too co- concise. He's just rumbling on, and it doesn't really register. And that's the thing with Lucas is that he's trying. Like I agree with Irate Alex about one thing is that the reason why Lucas Werner is always saying this stupid shit, like acting all like a liberal, like acting liberal, acting like he's for the socialist parties, is the reason he's doing this just so that he can get into some 18-year-old college girl's pants. He's just doing this just to sound smart because he thinks that's what the kids are into. He's basically the definition of a boomer. Also, I'm wearing a balaclava. Actually, it's more of a gaiter. It's because I'm doing this whole character. I call myself Punish Rickzilla because I'm actually punishing myself. As long as you pay him in sandwiches. Yeah. we heard that earlier today. And by the way, I just started doing this stream just as soon as the After Dark stream ends. So basically, you're gonna get more of the Wern because that's gonna be a recurring theme on my channel. Is I'm gonna be talking about the Wern, Lucas Werner, aside from Shanny and Rev. I don't even understand what. I don't even understand a single thing he just said. Don't kid yourself, Lucas. You're not. Don't kid. Don't beat yourself up over this. By the way, not helping your case. So, are you? By the way, Lucas, I know you're not going to see my videos because why would you? Unless I'm paying you in Five Guys subs, unless I'm paying you in Jersey Mike subs, you ain't gonna take the time to look at this. But I'm just gonna say it anyways. See this? It's a mic stand, a microphone. It's a microphone, an actual microphone. And what I'm using is a computer, a laptop, the newest model. I know I'm probably flexing on Lucas by now because, well, it's not that I'm flexing on him. It's that I'm, well, stating a point that there's always there's always a chance to improve. I was told that in order to start to get like to start doing streams on Streamlabs, I had to get a new computer, one that runs on OBS. And I did that, even though it's rent to own. And I also got a mic stand because the one I had, a new mic stand, because the one I had was falling apart. We've seen your insults, Billy. Lucas, we've seen your insult to Billy. Wasn't that good? Say so. Nice editing transitions. You're getting good at your transitions. Click a tat. Impressive. Yeah, we know. That's the reason why you can't get laid. It's because, well, you have nothing to offer. You're literally living under a bridge. Keep this up, you'll be living in the sewer. And no one will ever be with you. I have a roof over my head. I have food. I have nice clothes. I have some new gear. Even though it's Christmas, a Christmas gift from my mom. But it's out of love. Anyway, I have a roof over my head. And I'm probably flexing on him, but that's the thing. The reason is that I'm trying to enhance on myself. And the streaming is a good way to enhance. Because it makes me think and realize that there are people worse off. People who don't have any social skills, who are just who are just something that's not worth dwelling upon. This guy, I can't say much about his situation because, well, who do I have to blame but him for the situation he's in right now? Unlike you, we can afford things. We can afford nice things because money we get. Yeah, I think we talked about. I think the Geek Room covered this in the interview because dude, why are people donating money to this guy? No, scratch that. Why are people donating food to this guy? I mean, yes, we all try to like help out, lend an olive branch to this guy, but dude, he's an ungrateful piece of shit. He's so freaking entitled. And he claims he's worth money because, well, his family is worth money. But that's the thing. His family, from what I understand, have disowned him. I don't know much about his family, but I'm pretty sure that they don't want anything to do with him because of his entitled attitude. Oh, you can't hear him? Oh, sorry about that. I gotta. Sorry, I. Sabel, can you hear him now? Sorry, I must have put it. Let me see if I can set shit up. Can you hear that, Sabella? Can you hear that?
Day or like in an hour or something, and you wanted to like use your credit card to give me another room, or you wanted to get me a meal, or you wanted to get me an Uber to downtown on Monday because I don't have access to the bus because I've literally got $0 and it costs $2 to travel.
Can you hear now? Can you hear now? Okay, good. Thank you. Must have said it on something else.
If you want to do that for free, that's fine. I'm good with that. But if you have like a love letter you want me to dictate, or like a short story or something, or like an insult you want to send to somebody.
Yeah, yes, the geek room. Frank and the guys, Frank and Bran, Billy, Drag, and Lola. talking about this when they had Lucas on their show earlier. Is that getting paid in free meals isn't getting by. It's just it's not an income. What Frank, what Bill, well, what the guys and Lola, what she does is what I would consider as making an income, because she has her own business and she knows how to take criticism and she knows how to improve.
But you don't want them to know who it is, or you just want to use my voice talents. I mean, I'll do it for like a good meal.
Sabella. Oh my God, Sabella. Yeah. You got to give this guy a sandwich, Sabella. That's how you're going to get him to insult Shanny and G-Man, is that you offer him a sandwich. Because this guy gets paid in sandwiches. That's okay. This guy gets paid in sandwiches.
That's $30 or more, or I'll do it for like a night at Motel 6 because I'm out on Monday. If you have something that would be worth $100 for me to say, of maybe like a half hour of me talking or an hour of me talking, utilizing the Wern's voice talents, you just let me know.
The word voice talents. Oh, come on. Do you see what I have? It's a system. You see this? Is worth this. You see this? Lucas, I know you're not going to see this, but this is a microphone stand. This is a microphone. You probably don't even know what those are because, well, the only thing you use to record your voice is the whatever app you have on your shitty cell phone. And yes, Yes, that's what I'm insulting him. That's worthy. That is worthy. Now that is called an insult. That's how you insult. Is by mocking his circumstances and calling him out on his bullshit.
And I could do that. I could read a poem to your honey, or I could go tell your father-in-law to go fuck his boyfriend up the ass.
Yeah, you got to find out where Lucas is staying at to offer him a sandwich, which is basically either he's with our three places he's staying at: under a bridge at Motel 6 in Spokane, Washington, which of course you can find because the dumbass put the location of where he's staying at, which is basically considered doxing. Or at a homeless shelter. He's either staying at one or three places: cheap government paid motel rooms, under a bridge, or at a soup kitchen or soup hotel. Assistant housing is as what they call it, assistant housing. But I could predict the 4th place Lucas will be staying at. Under the sewers. In this, I predict that Lucas might be recording another one of his videos on in under the sewer or in a subway system, an abandoned subway system.
Really matter to me. I'm not going to do anything strangely bigoted, like racist or homophobic, but like,
well, there's a woman, a morbidly obese woman in Colorado, Japan that you can insult. I mean, we can. I mean, this community, hell, even the geek room or Sabelle Shepherd can pay you to insult this morbidly obese land whale and her simp of a husband from in Colorado, Japan. Would you be willing to do that? Would you be willing to insult a burnt raisin in Jersey from Jersey City, or a wizard, a dinosaur vampire wizard from the 9th dimension in Kentucky?
throw some money at me. Hook me up with the motel room. Hook me up for homophobic.
Isabella, I don't know if you were here during the Geek Room's interview with Lucas, but did you see? Did you? I don't think, but he tried to like insult Billy, and I don't know if it. I can't tell if it was supposed to be funny or degrading. But then again, this guy, he's neither. He's not that funny. Nobody likes him. They just feel sorry for him.
Phobic, but like,
oh, you'll
throw
be
some money at me. Hook me up with the motel.
You heard him, Sabella. You heard him.
Room. Hook me up for like some food.
You heard him, Sabella. You heard him. Hook him up. Hook him up, Sabella. Hook him up with some food. I know you and Bruce might have some money. Hook him up. Hook Luke. Hook. What would you do, Sabella, to help the Wern out?
And then I could kind of live my life of luxury, you know what I'm saying? Something that would cost like $100, some sort of like voice work that I could knock out in an hour would surely be worth.
Voice work. Yeah, he's a voice actor now. I think Lola Bohemia said it best. I mean, she's got the system. She's got the equipment. She knows to improve.
Where you could on Monday get it so I could stay till Tuesday and just keep continuing to pay for my Motel 6 for doing voice work for you, any kind of thing. You just let me know and I'll take care of that for you. I mean, listen.
God damn, Click-a-Tat. These transitions are just they just get getting better and better. Good for you, Click-a-Tat.
I've done the Golden USP podcast and I was hooked up with food from Gold Hours, a little bit of a wrestle to get a second meal out of the Geek Room, but here it is. They hooked me up with a nice pizza, not that chintzy shit.
Okay.
So if you want me on
Okay. Okay, you do that. Okay, you do you, Sabella. You do you. And kudos to the Geek Room and kudos to Dragnaut Silvas for hooking this guy up for some pizza.
On your podcast. Here's the deal. I'll do it, but the first one is going to cost you a lot more. I want you to pay for exactly what the Geek Room paid. And what the Geek Room paid for the first podcast was a night at the Motel 6. And they also bought me a $20 meal at Denny's and had it delivered.
See, Shani, Rev, the Geek Room can be generous too. Shani, Rev, the Geek Room can be generous too. I mean, they paid for this guy's motel room. They paid for his meals. You see, the Geek Room aren't bad people.
I said, look, guys, you want to send me a Little Caesars? I'm not really down for that.
Yeah, Geek Room. How dare you send him Little Caesars? How dare you? You got to get him the good shit. You got to get him the best pizza in the world from Italy and New York. He wants the Papa John shit.
A lot of the guests, they just came on to shit on me. Well, I don't really appreciate that. And those guests were told that they're never going to get to come on anymore because they just spent their time pooping in my mouth verbally. That's not really what we're about. Okay. If you want me on your podcast, one, be respectful towards me.
We tried to be respectful towards you.
And two, pay me beforehand.
Pay him before? Jesus Christ, this guy is so fucking entitled.
If you want that podcast, that first podcast that you have me do, I'm going to have you pay me with a stay at the Motel 6 and at least a meal as good as this one here.
That does look like a delicious pizza. I ain't gonna lie.
If you want me to do a second podcast, I'll make it a little easier on you.
Denny's.
And it would just be the meal itself.
That's a pizza from Denny's, I think.
But like we get a couple of these Motel 6.
I hear they got some good ass burgers. But I like the chicken and waffles. But I also love the Grand Slam.
6 days. The meals.
Of course, I don't think they would deliver in my location. I'm living in basically around scenic nowhere.
Before I get my Cash App set up with the new debit card, that's just as good to me as money, you know?
I'm thinking about getting me a Cash App. And I can use my capital list. Socialism. Capitalistic socialism. Because actually, my capitalism to, well, discredit Werner. Because, well, you bet you thought I was going to say something capital. No, my capitalism to flex on Werner because business always is best.
Eventually, I'm going to get a new debit card on that Cash App. I had that ordeal with PayPal last year.
Oh, wait, no. But I have a PayPal. I mean, I do have a PayPal. I always link it in the description of my streams. I still need to know how to activate it. I just need to know how to activate it. I mean, if you want, you can check out my PayPal. I just need to know how to activate it. Or I just need to, you know what? I think if you share the link to the PayPal, the .me, you don't really need to do much. Is just link it, because I link my Streamlabs, my and my Patreon in the link in the description of my streams. Just in case something happens, just in case by some miracle someone donates money. I'm still doing the bare minimal.
But I'm going to charge you like $50 an hour, which is basically what these guys paid anyway. They pay like
I'm pretty sure he would love the fajitas at Chili's. I'm pretty sure he would love the fajitas at Chili's. Or the Olive Garden. I mean,
110 for that first hour and a half.
Get him like a gift card to, like, I don't know, Olive Garden, Chili's, or Buffalo Wild Wings. Any place that delivers.
Don't have me on your podcast if you're just going to kick me down a notch and call me names, because I'll call you names in return, bitch.
Ooh, Frank. He called you a bitch, Frank.
But I think you get the gist of what I'm saying here. I mean, I've done 2 podcasts. I've done the Geek Room, kind of working with them a little bit now. And
okay. Oh, never mind.
I help Gold Hour, and Gold Hour.
Well, oh wait, no, he's calling me a bitch. I want to know if he... I think the Drunken Peasants should chip in on bringing Lucas Werner on their show.
He was laid off because of COVID-19 in Canada. One's getting his government stipend of a UBI of $1,000 a month, or $1,400, I think it might be in Canada. But he was still paying me like 2 meals to do a podcast. Like, he was a mall worker who was laid off for 6 months to work minimum wage at a candy store, Lindt chocolate in the mall.
Yeah. I wish we had a Burger King here where I live, which is in the middle of scenic nowhere, even though it's a small town, and they do have some good restaurants. But I got the Uber Eats app, and, well, it depends on where you are at currently.
In Toronto, minimum wage, like trying to go to school. But he paid handsomely. I gotta hand him that. He paid handsomely. He might be insulin.
So your booze is delivery? Okay. Sabella. Let me get my Russian accent. Ready. Sabella. You drink too much.
Insulting me now. But he paid handsomely. He paid like, he gave me a gallon of soda one day and like 2 burgers. So, I mean, if you can't do at least that for a podcast, go fuck yourself. I'm not here to do your podcast for you. I've done 2 already.
At least he's on good terms with the Geek Room. I mean, we all know that Frank and Lucas are basically like Bizarro and Superman. Except Frank is more... Lucas is Bizarro Frank, I could say.
If you really want the worm that bad, plank down, pony up. The Geek Room. I thank you, Kings. This is the shit.
Kings? Yeah, I don't know where I'm actually... Same here. I don't know how many miles I have from... Yeah, same here with Same here. The only few restaurants available here. Exactly. Me, I just I just watch videos on YouTube. Just watch the shit shows of these idiots who think they're hot shit. Well, let's just say. Yeah, that too. Wilson. Yeah, but usually Sabella is the one with the booze delivered at her house.
I don't know about that chick that was on the show saying that she looked 18 when she was 30.
She's talking about fit and curvy.
She fucking didn't look 18 to me. She looked like she was 30. She's just full of herself.
Lucas is either talking about fit and curvy or Lola Bohemia. Possibly Lola.
You know, Billy, he was there, a big beard guy. He was a guest. He was talking about how, you know, I'm a child. I'm immature for
Billy? Well, Billy is a military dude. He has that's his sense of humor. He was he was a veteran. And that's basically their sense of humor is, well, degrading scum like you.
For a 40-year-old, but he's telling me how his fiance constantly calls him a child.
Without that beard, he could look like a child. I mean, I'm referring to Billy. Without that beard, he could look like a child. I mean,
and then that chick was like, 18-year-olds are dumb, but then she accused me of generalizing.
That's not what she said.
Making generalized statements when she made a generalized statement.
It's just she said she either fit and curvy or Lola Bohemia, either one of them. Well, actually, no, it was Fit and Curvy who basically went off on Lucas the last time he was on their on the Geek Room show. Lola was basically more. What's the word? Coercial or whatever. Lola was being a bit nicer than she was tonight, than she was earlier. I mean, cordial. That's the word. She was being more cordial last time you were on their stream. I mean, but Fit and Curvy, I mean, yeah, she is a woman who has gone through a lot of stuff, but she knows how to improve on herself. Same with Lola. I mean, they both are self-made women, and they both are smarter and more mature than you would ever be, Lucas. I'm saying it as it is, and they are right. Most 18-year-old girls, if not all of them, the thing is, their minds are not fully developed yet. Their minds, 18-year-old girls, their minds are not fully developed yet. The age when a brain is fully developed is at 26. And 18-year-old girls are still young. Their minds are still not developed yet. So statistically speaking, yes, a majority of them, a majority of 18-year-olds and young adults, their minds are not fully developed. So yes, they are stupid.
I'm not here to work with hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? You're some sort of like pearl clutching Democrat. I'm not here to really work with you. I'm not really into Trump. I'm a left wing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just cut.
And exactly, Sabella. I mean, I'm 29 years old. Hell, even I'm more mature than Lucas. Hell, I'm even more mature than Shani and Rev and G-Man and Von Helton. And even Emo. The fact that even someone who's going to turn 30 this year is acting more mature on the internet than this chud is saying something.
Have the Werner on to shit in his face. You know what I'm saying? Don't just have me on to be a toilet for your mouth diarrhea. Pony up before the show. At least.
Well, the thing is, Lucas, you were talking over. From what I remember, of course, is a simple. You were talking over the women. You were talking over Lola, and you were talking over Fit and Curvy. And you were saying such derogatory things about how you only want girls younger than you, like around 18 years old, because, well, they're easy to manipulate. Because, of course, again, their minds aren't fully developed yet.
Good. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. So we're going to do another podcast with the Geek Room on Monday.
And I saw that.
You have people on to insult me. I'm going to insult them back.
Oh, and I wonder how that went.
I might get real coarse and drop some homophobic stuff.
He didn't.
Call me a creep. I'm going to call you a homophobic slur.
He didn't. He tried, but he failed.
Or a bitch. But hey, you know, you had me on the podcast, and I was nice on that podcast.
He wasn't.
Just expect to have a video made of you in return if you're a little bitch towards me or a little asshole.
I'm going to be looking at that. I'm going to be looking at that in the near future. You see, I can do a fourth installment on the Worm. I mean, like I said, the most legendary stories deserve an entire franchise.
That's what I do. I stand up for myself. This is some bomb-ass pizzas.
Well, you missed it. Well, you miss a lot. Well, don't worry, because you can just catch the pre-recording, the pre-recorded version. You can catch that on their channel, Sabella. But oh my God, Lucas, he was digging himself into a hole that's impossible to get out. I mean, well, aside, I thought Shani was delusional as fuck, but Lucas, oh my God. He really thinks he's worth money. He really thinks that he has the chops to be a comedian or an insult comic. He thinks he's a voice actor and an insult comic. Oh my God. I've seen crazy shit I've heard crazy shit from Shanny and Rev. But this guy? Oh my. How full of yourself do you have to be to actually believe in your own hype?
Spicy. Have the goods. The word ain't no bitch.
Well, you are, bitch, Lucas.
What the Geek Room and the Golden USB podcast has taught me is that people want the word on their podcasts.
I'm thinking about starting a podcast with Jules. If that's okay with Jules.
The Geek Room paid a night at Motel 6, a 2-star motel, but I like chilling here because it's cheap.
Of course.
And a meal. And I talked to the guy, and he said it was $110. I don't believe him.
He's referring to drag.
For that first podcast. I cut the price down for the second one because I'm a nice guy. I can be a bit of an asshole, too, if you're an asshole to me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he was an asshole. Well, that's because he was talking over people. I mean, and I thought I was bad at talking over people. I mean, well, that's because I get excited a lot because I got a lot of things to say.
But like that whole podcast, the guests just insulted me the whole fucking time. The people that were actually with the podcasts,
and one of those people looked like you, Lucas. And I know that's a joke that's always been thrown around. I mean, oh my God. I knew, I kind of figured, it's like, I have no words for that.
they were nice, but the guests were just dickheads. But with that,
Sabella, did you really make Gary cry? I'm sorry I missed that. But this guy's even a bigger piece of shit than G-Man and Von Helton combined. And he's homeless.
proven to me is they're willing to pay $110.
That's being generous. As you can say, that's extending an olive branch. Frank and the Geek Room, they were trying to extend an olive branch to you, and you are so ungrateful. I mean, I thought Shanny and Rev were pieces of shit, but you are even worse than them.
For an hour and a half of the word on a podcast.
You are basically a condescending dickhead. That's all I can say. When you were on their show on Christmas, you were basically a condescending piece of shit. And the same thing happened again tonight. You were still a condescending piece of shit.
Okay. Well, here's what you're going to do. If you want me on your podcast, I don't have my Cash App set up yet because I need to get a new debit card.
Okay.
In the meantime, if you want me on your podcast, you better do exactly or more.
Yep. Entitled.
What the Geek Room did. And that was $110 worth of commodity, motel stay, and a meal from Denny.
I could have said that was a bad idea, but the Geek Room did something nice for you Werner. And what did you do? You decided to go and make a complete ass out of yourself and shit talk them just after they tried to get you on their show. You are basically the most entitled homeless person I've ever seen, Lucas.
For that first podcast, and a meal from one of those artisanal pizza places for the second one that I'm going to do on Monday. You've proven to me through these two podcasts that the word content on your podcast
Of course, and yes, I tried to get into like Gary's hangouts. I mean, Gary's StreamYards. I tried to get into Gary's G-Man's StreamYards. Possibly. Yes. I'm betting he is still at Motel 6. Wouldn't fucking surprise me, Sam. I tried getting on a yes, one time I tried getting onto a G-Man's live stream one time. And just as soon as I was about to say what I needed to say, I just said, "Hello, Gary," and then I got booted off. Because I addressed him by Gary and not G-Man as he wants to be referred to as.
is worth to you $50 an hour. And I did 100.
I would have, to be honest, I would have like mopped the floor with G-Man and Von Helton. I mean, I know they won't come on my show, on my live stream, on my stream, because they're cowards. They like to hide behind their echo chamber, their hug box, if you may. But Rev, if only Rev could just distance himself from Shanny for at least one day without having someone yell at him from across the room. Just for one, like, I don't know. You don't really need to be in the same Rev. You don't really need to be in the same room with Shanny just to like talk to me or anyone. I mean, you see what she has done. You've seen what she has done to you. You've seen what she has reduced you to. You realize that she's not good for you. She's not good for anyone. She only cares about herself, Rev. And you have to realize that. I cannot stand Shanny for more than 1 minute. But I have to. For the sake of my content, for the sake of the show, for the sake of the insults, I have to watch the entirety of it, of the video. But the Wern here.
Did 100 minutes for 110 hours, basically. So you've proven to me that I'm worth at least $50 an hour to do your podcast. I want that in full before we do the podcast.
He probably dumped her because she didn't have the telomeres he needed to produce an offspring. You know, it's just, Lucas. Sperm clinics can pay you money. You can make, you're probably not going to hear this from me, Lucas, but sperm donors can make some good money. You can get paid to donate your sperm. That way you can, well, pass on your telomeres to other people. What do you say about that? I know you're not going to listen to me, but fertility clinics can pay you to donate their sperm, to donate your sperm. I mean, sorry. Fertility clinics can pay you a handsome amount of money, enough to buy you your own, enough for you to buy your own sandwich so that you don't have to rely on other people to pay for your meals. You can just donate your sperm. That way you can pass on your telomeres to Gen Z girls. Oh, I'll I know. We don't need more Lucas. I'm sorry, Sam. All right, Sabella. Next time Beckel starts another show, you can send me a link so that I can say my piece because I want to go. But then again, I want to go off on. I just want to say my point, and that is Catholics and Christians are the same thing.
You can pay in terms of food for right now. I'm going to switch to Cash App. But for now, a good meal and a night at the Motel 6 will get me to do a podcast with you for sure. But then at least like a $30 to $50 meal for the second one. So when I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Or you can do the other thing. You can use that money to get yourself a. Yeah, you can use that money. You can use the money that you get from fertility clinics to, well, buy yourself a hooker or buy yourself like a date with a Gen Z girl. You don't have to rely on people to pay for your meals. You can just I don't know, buy like a meal or buy a coffee. Oh wait, no, you can't go to Starbucks because you got banned for hitting on an underage girl.
That Cash App, it's going to be $50 an hour if you want high quality Wern content on your podcast.
$50 an hour? Yeah, $50 an hour for the sperm. That depends on if he has any sperm that's worth $50.
Which would be like $100 for Gold Hour if he were to do it again, because, well, it's been proven to me that you want me that bad. Don't have me on just to insult me either.
You know, if he wasn't such a piece of shit, and if he had any social skills, he would have been a nice guy. But the fact that he is so damn entitled makes me not want to feel sorry for him. Because he's a narcissistic prick who doesn't deserve to have the slightest amount of sympathy.
I'll insult you back. Bitches. Well, I could go even coarser than that. I know some real dirty words.
So Lucas wants to be a stay-at-home husband. And that's the thing, is that I don't think Lucas should ever be a father to anyone. That's why I said donate the sperm. That way you don't have to raise the kids. Other people can raise your genes with you, for you.
You're scaring the hell out of me, man. Everything that I do good, I try to do good.
Got some more Lucas. And this one is from the Werner himself. And this one was 2 days ago, Boxing Day.
I mean, we could do the opposite too. I could be Mr. Nice Guy. You got like this little love letter for your honey. And
oh, I already saw this one. No, I already saw that one. Oh, this one. Yeah, no, he should not be the father. Yeah, he should not have any kids. I rescind my suggestion to donate sperm to a fertility clinic. You shouldn't have kids at all, Lucas.
Here's what's funny to me. I was at the Black Lives Matter protest, and Spokane is predominantly white people, and most of those people that support Black Lives Matter are left of the day.
And this does prove a point that Alex brought up on tonight's show was well, the reason why he's doing this whole socialist party bullshit is because he just wants to get into Gen Z girls' panties.
Democrats, and they're also, when I was there, Gen Z, which means they're 18 to 24-year-old adults.
He wants one right now, right now, right now, right now.
And they're white people supporting BLM. But they said nigga all the time while I was there. Like nigga, nigga, nigga. Those people, those white people, the white Gen Z.
This was from him, not me. He shouldn't be saying that word because he's white. Same thing about Nuka Zeus, which I will do a video on Nuka Zeus in the near future. Again, I will do a video on him in the near future because fuck him. And fuck Lucas Werner. Exactly. Yeah, she buys everything. I'm betting.
In that age range that I said, say nigga all the time.
This guy should not be saying the N-word.
So you can go two ways with this. You can say as a Gen X or millennial.
Or you can say, like how Rev says it, Nigerian. Part Nigerian.
You shouldn't say the word nigga.
You shouldn't say the N-word either, Lucas, because people will take that as a racial slur, even though you claim that if there's no hard ER, it doesn't matter. That's their term, and you shouldn't use it because you'll ruin it.
And then you come off as like the old fogey and the old fart to them. Or you just let it go because the black people have let it go. And I'm talking about the black Gen Z. So you should be able to say nigga if you're white and support BLM, because every Gen Z person I've met that supports BLM says nigga all the time. If it's that much.
Oh, damn. 24 dislikes and 1 like? Oh, man. This guy.
Of a big deal to you, you pearl clutching Democrat. You know right now why I wouldn't date you. You're too conservative.
Oh, conservative. And you're not? And here is some. And here's some more. Nope. We're going to show a little more of the word before we call it a night. And this is basically where he's talking about how the Geek Room were going off on him, talking about how much of an entitled POS he is, which is true. He is an entitled POS.
Saying intergenerational love is about sex is like saying homosexuality is about sex. You're a bigot. What am I entitled to?
Everything.
Oh, excuse me.
You are entitled, Lucas.
Are you left wing? Are you left of the Democrats?
I'm not left wing of anything. I'm not even right wing. I'm neither left or right. I am neutral. I'm moderate. I'm neither left or right. So
what the fuck are you entitled to, bitch? Class is pig? What the fuck are you entitled to?
I could ask you the same thing.
You're not a classist pig? Then why the fuck you asking me what I'm entitled to, you punk bitch?
Because you're going on ranting about how you don't have a girlfriend, how you can't get an 18-year-old girl to ride the Wern, and you've been stalking women left and right.
What are you, some sort of age phobe? What are you, some sort of classist? You see why I'm left wing, left of the Democrats? What the fuck are you entitled to, punk classist bitch?
Exactly. They were doing, the people who offered you, who bought you a meal, were doing something nice for you, Lucas, and you are complaining about the fact that there was no prime rib. You're the one who's entitled. I know you're here are more of the worms. And this is like today, I think. Yeah, today.
The truth be told is, You got to be mindful of horseshoe
Exactly.
theory. I mean, you got to.
Exactly, Sam. You're entitled to what you work for, not what other people do for you. I do what I can to make a difference.
Like, think about this as a Marxist, because
Marxist.
If you're a Marxist, a socialist, communist, or an anarchist, your critique of the right wing eventually will make you sound conservative. The whole idea of saying nigga when you're
of course. You're entitled to the N-word. Of course, that's why you're always ranting about how people are conservative, because you said the N-word. So you're entitled to the N-word too. I wonder who that reminds me of.
White only really pisses off people that are older than Generation Z. You know what I mean? If it doesn't
exactly, it's just you, Lucas. I mean, I've seen some couples that have like an age gap between each other, especially with the people that I follow, such as people I follow on this platform. Their spouses are age gap between spouses.
piss you off, that's fine. It's not like I'm going up to you calling you the hard R word, and I support Black Lives Matter. But you have to understand,
No, the reason why you support Black Lives Matter is because you just want to get into someone's pants, get into a girl's pants.
41-year-old college student, so I'm surrounded by 18-year-old people a lot when it comes to things like.
I thought that was thunder, but it turns out to be Lucas's the sound from the wind coming off of Lucas's phone.
Activism and protests and stuff on the internet too. So I mean, if you're a pearl clutching Democrat, you got to be mindful of horseshoe theory. Your critique of the right just makes you seem like a bourgeoisie twat. And a lot of like my persona as a tough guy on YouTube and Instagram.
You're neither a tough guy on. You're not a tough guy on either platforms. You just act like a complete, utter idiot and cry about how you can't get laid all the time. And you try to attract women through ridiculous means and you fail at that.
Comes from ex-military men that are Republicans, because I feel like
ex-military men, he's referring to Dragnot, Billy, and whoever was in the military. Oh, Irate Alex. Yeah, Irate Alex. He was referring to when Dragnot, Billy, and Irate Alex were in that stream.
Like, just like Bill Maher feels like the Democrats are a bunch of fucking lily-livered pussies. And you're out there like,
don't bring Bill Maher into your mess.
Oh, my word. Well, fuck you, bitch. This is warfare. This is revolution.
Exactly. There is an age gap between several different people. And that's the thing, is that it has to be compatible. But Lucas is so freaking entitled that no one's ever going to come near him. Whether if it's a Gen Z girl or older, no woman ever wants, no woman in their right, no girl in her right or wrong mind would ever want to date this guy, because he's, let's face it, he's a loser, a bum. He's been living under a bridge. He's been living in from homeless shelter to homeless. She's been living in homeless shelters for almost 5 years. He's been going from live-in housing projects, and of course, he's been kicked out of several homeless shelters. And he's been living on the streets with no income, no means to support himself, and no prospects for himself. He has no job. He has no home. He has no steady income. He has no income at all. So why should any girl would want to date him? And also he has no manners.
You need to be mindful of the fact that you come off as a conservative when you say stuff like you're a capitalist, or you say stuff like, what are you entitled to? Well, excuse the fuck out of me, bitch. I'm entitled to human decency. If you're not going to give me human decency, I'm not going to give you human decency.
You don't give human decency to begin with. You call everyone bigots, age phobes, and conservatards. Whenever people don't agree with what you say, you automatically call them age phobes and conservatards. You lash out at people who disagree with you.
It's turnabout. It's fair play. If you're going to be a bitch ass towards me, I'm going to be a bitch ass towards you, motherfucker, because I'm tired of your fucking weak fucking attitude. This is a socialist talking to you.
And that's what I've been saying. And that's what I've been saying, Sam, and that's what Fatal Walter said in one of his videos on Lucas, is that it's not the fact that he lacks self-awareness. It's not that he lacks self-awareness, but he rejects it. Exactly. He gets disability and SNAP food.
This is a leftist Marxist. I'm not...
Which is the reason why I don't want to go on Social Security or disability, is because I don't want to be roped in with people like this. Even though it is free money, but I much rather want to come up with my own. But I just want to to me, it's not about the money. It's about the social skills that I want to develop. But first, I have to start slow. They say slow and steady wins the race.
Part of this whole fucking virtue signaling bull fucking shit, nigga.
Yeah, that's why no one wants to treat you with respect, is because you don't treat yourself. And this is the same thing with Shandy, is that why would you expect people to treat you with respect when you can't even respect yourself? You want people to treat you the same way you treat them? Then if that's the case, then you deserve to be belittled by people. You deserve to be ridiculed. Because you belittle people who don't even know who you are. You call everyone a bigot. You call everyone a socialist. I mean, a conservatard, or age phobe, or Trump supporter. And yet you don't even know half those words. You just use them just so that you can sound edgy and cool. But you make yourself look even more of a laughingstock than you already are. Anyway, here's the last video for the evening. I'm gonna
Okay, so this is a call out video that I was just paid to do. And it's an interesting case. You see, this cat on YouTube. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's this cat on YouTube. And his name is Nico. And he's part of this situation called the Gamer Nerd. And there's this other cat named Tux330 on Instagram. And you see, Tux330, he just paid me a lot of money. What he did is he hooked me up with some food at Clinkerdinker, and that cost $80. And then he hooked me up with about $10 worth of drinks, like Slurpees and Pops from 7-Eleven. So he sent me this DoorDash thing, and that's $80 plus $5 in drinks, right? No, $8 in drinks plus $5 for the delivery fee. So that's $13 more. And then that Clinkerdinker thing, I saw the receipt for that. It was a charbroiled burger and like 10 barbecue wings in this big
exactly
that I got from an appetizer. It was like
exactly
$12. So he paid a hefty fee.
Exactly. If people don't agree with Lucas, he'll harp on you. He'll call you, well, you get it. You get what he's talking about. And he's doing these videos just for sandwiches.
This dude, Tux330, he paid me $100 worth of food through DoorDash.
DoorDash.
To call out this guy because this guy's a Republican.
Yeah. Sabella, maybe you should Oh, Sabella, you heard him. The only way to get Lucas to say your message the only way to get Lucas to insult Shanny, Rev, and G-Man is that you get him like a sandwich from Jersey Mike's. I hope you have Jersey Mike's in your era, Sabella.
And this guy has a gamer channel called the Gamer Nerd. And he said, Lucas, I want you to call out this guy for stealing my girl when you are
exactly. So he doesn't have a problem with handouts.
I looked at this and I thought, this guy that just paid me $100 worth of food is really serious about this chick and is in love with her.
Exactly, Sam.
Because he paid me $100 for the food at one of the best restaurants in Spokane, Washington called Clinkerdinker, and also some 7-Eleven Slurpees.
I know he probably isn't, but I just want to hear we just want to hear what he has to say to Shanny or Rev or even G-Man, because I want there to be like a tarred civil war between them. Because I want there to be like a tarred civil war between these people. Because it'd be amusing to me.
To tell this Nico bitch ass, because he's a Republican, the presumption being that our friend here.
Yeah, maybe you should inform Lucas that if to refer to Shanny Rev as like these extremist Christians who think they are God's perfect chosen warriors or whatever. I don't think he's going to word it that way, but get him to say something like that and try to piss them off. Try to get him to piss them off about how they ain't archangels or something, that they're just a bunch of crazy inbred morons, inbred conservatards.
Your Tux 330 is either a Democrat, a Marxist, or an anarchist. So he doesn't like Republicans stealing his chick, because I figure the rationale is that he sees that Republicans.
Oh, I didn't get paid just for my message towards Rev, but that's okay. That's because I don't have like a Cameo account on Cameo where people, and besides, nobody knows who I am. The only people who know who I am are you guys and a few people that follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and people who follow my work on DeviantArt, and my family and friends
Republicans are
and groups I'm part of. Actually, well,
misogynistic and sexist and don't deserve girlfriends. And what he's saying is that he's got more money, that he'd rather pay to go on dates with this girl that this Republican guy stole from him.
Exactly.
For some reason, cockblocked him. He's saying to me, this Tux 330 cat, he's saying to me,
Hell, I don't get paid on YouTube, but that's the thing. I don't do this for money. I do this as a hobby. I just do this just to test the waters.
that
Exactly.
your Republican bitch ass don't know how to treat women. You see what I'm saying? Like, he spent $100 to call this guy
Exactly.
effectively for being a Republican and a sexist. He said he's
Yeah. Too bad he didn't stay in LA.
saying with this $100 that he'd rather spend that $100 on dates with this girl.
Get Isabella, maybe you should offer him like a Jersey Mike sub for him to say that Shani's vagina smells like a Wuhan fish market. And that Rev has a bent dick.
Because he's in love with her, rather than my bitch ass and his bitch ass. Because he's in love with this girl, and he's mad about this because this guy already has a girlfriend, and he's saying that he doesn't deserve her, and he's going to treat this woman right because he's in love with her, and he's got the money to pay some guy $100 in food just to call out this Republican bitch ass, gamer bitch ass.
Also, call out this yeah, right. Yeah. If I send you a link to like a little script.
But he'd rather spend that money to try to woo his intended woman. They got sucked up by this misogynist clown. So if you're that woman and you're with Nico from
Exactly.
Gamer Nerd, my guy Tux 330 is saying that he would like a chance with you, and he's got the money to buy me a date with myself, but he's got the money to treat you right rather than pay me or have this Republican win you over. What he's saying is that he's in love with you, and he's got the money to take you out on nice dates and treat you well and to listen to you and be your friend. He wants to go out with you because you're his ideal honey. So I think that if he called on me, being that I'm not a Republican either. If he called on my services, what he's saying is that we boys on the left are more men than this Republican, because he pointed this out specifically. Our man Tux 330, he's in Canada, and this guy's an American. I'm an American. But I agree with him that I think that a Democrat or a Marxist or a anarchist would surely treat women better. And that you should go check out Tux 330 on Instagram and maybe give this guy.
You know how Bruce tried to cheer me up? He said she made baby carrot, can't give her any D, and I'm getting it all day, every day. Yeah, she... Worst come on ever, Wern. Exactly. You really... I know you don't like dealing with Shanny's bullshit. But if we send the Wern after her and Rev, we might have a tarred civil war. Yeah, I mean?
Chance to woo you, honey, because you're his ideal. And you don't need to be with.
We might even throw in a little Baja Blast action for her, for Lucas, since Shanny and Rev can't have the Baja Blast because people ruined it for her. We might throw in some top. Oh wait, no, because Lucas wants the finer things in life.
For to waste your time. Is
he recording in a bus stop bathroom?
Tux 330, he's not here to waste your time. He'll pay me $100 to tell this cat to go fuck himself.
Oh, I would love to see that happen.
He'd rather spend that money to please you, woman, and to take you out on fabulous dates.
Speaking of which, yes, I'm going to be doing the Shanny arrest video again for, I don't know, the umpteenth time. Why? Because I want to. Why? Because, well, you saw the Christmas video, right, Sabella? The one that Shanny put on Christmas where she's talking about this Miss Wonderful who had a run-in with the law. Right, Sabella? That's why I wanted to do another arrest video on Shanny.
And shopping sprees, whatever he wants to do with these $100 dates. What he's saying is he's got the money for it. And he's going to do with more respect. Republicans ain't
pissing the night away. Pissing the night away.
Me through this. He paid me $100 to call you out for being a bitch ass to women. So he paid me $100.
Maybe someone should pay him $100 to call out G-Man and tell him that he has a UTI.
Food. Call you a bitch ass because you're a Republican. You don't understand the man-woman dynamic. Like
the one where she got drunk. The one where she's like talking about the vomit. And then she blames and she starts blaming everybody for her failures. Yeah, that one.
And especially like Tux 330. Tux 330, he's here to treat you right because he's in love. But this Republican, he's just there to use you. And he paid me $100 worth of food to tell you that. So I think that this guy's a serious cat. It's Tux 330. I think that he's more a gentleman. And he was real humble about it. But he bought this ad. And he said, utilize the word. You go to his service, you hit him up on Instagram, and you could do a callback video of him and call him the bitch ass, saying you deserve this woman, but this woman is free to decide to go wherever she wants. But his case is that he's better than you because you're a Republican. Nico at the Gamer Nerd. So, lady, if you're with Nico of the Gamer Nerd, my guy here, Tux 330, he's saying that he's in love and he's going to treat you better than this asshole.
All right. That does it for tonight's festivities. I hope you guys liked stream. And yes, a lot of people keep saying, then again, don't believe in what Shani says, Savella. That does it for this stream for tonight. Lucas Werner, everyone. He's a piece of shit. And we should pay him in sandwiches to call out Shani. Just telling. Just saying. Anyway, I hope you guys like this stream. If you do, please, for the love of God and all that is holy, massage that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more of this shit. And also check out the links below in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out, folks.